Hi everyone, it's Alex from Risk Academy, and today I wanted to talk about heat maps again, but not really discussing heat maps per se, but something that is fundamental to creating a heat map, and I wanted to challenge you in thinking about something very important. So the idea of heat maps is to represent a risk profile of an organization, a project, or a business process, or literally anything for that matter. The idea is to represent the snapshot of what are the most significant risks, ranking them by consequences or impact and the likelihood or probability. Now that sounds pretty straightforward. The only challenge is that risks are not that simple to plot. Risks are not one or two dimensional. There is also a factor of time, there is also a factor of different scenarios. For example, and just in your mind, I'm not going to give you the answer, but I want you to think about it. In your mind, pick any risk that is important to your organization or your project or whatever, and think back to how you rank that risk in terms of consequences and likelihood. You've given it some sort of rating, a score, or maybe even a numerical value, and that, as soon as you've done that, that basically created a single scenario that if that risk eventuates, it will have X impact on your business objectives, and the likelihood of that X impact is Y. Now again, sounds pretty straightforward, but that's just not how life works. In fact, that's not how uncertainty works. Because any given risk, the one that you just thought about, any given risk on the planet may have multiple scenarios, may have multiple consequences with multiple likelihoods. It's simply not a single point situation. All risks, all uncertainties have unknown multiple events that may happen. It may have a huge financial and low reputational, it may have low financial, huge reputational, it may have some safety implications, it may have huge safety implications, it may have insignificant safety implications. There are just a multitude of different scenarios, and we are dumbing it down. We're dumbing a very complex business problem to two dimensions, saying this is how it's going to be. And usually once we said this is how it's going to be, it's going to stay like this for at least one quarter until we review the risk. I mean, do you realize, as I'm kind of saying all these things out loud, do you realize how insanely crazy that is? Why on earth are we not using actual proper risk management tools that show uncertainty and show effect of uncertainty, which is your definition of risk, show effect of uncertainty in ranges, in multiple scenarios simultaneously? We don't have to use single point estimates, because all of the proper tools, sensitivity analysis, scenario analysis, Monte Carlo simulation, even decision trees, show immediately a number of possible outcomes, not a single possible outcome, but a number of possible outcomes. So in my mind, using proper risk analysis tools makes a lot of sense. Not because they're perfect, not because they're flawless, they have other issues, but because not using proper risk analysis tools is insanity. It's just so far detached from reality that all it can possibly do is to generate untruthful forecasts, untruthful analysis that will lead to bad, wrong management decisions. So good luck in switching to proper risk analysis tools. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts. Do write underneath this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the Risk Academy channel on YouTube. And by the way, this is one of the most famous statues in Russia dedicated to Second World War. I am in Volgograd, which used to be called Stalingrad, and it's probably one of the greatest battles in the World War II history. It's an amazing place. See you soon.